Hi guys, my name is Karen Lane and I'm bringing to you a menstrual cycle awareness 1 hour practice. This practice will be divided into 4 different sections. I'm sure that you have heard of the groundbreaking work by these lovely ladies, Alexandra Pope and Shani Hugo Wurlitzer, and they founded the Red School, and they also were, I think, the first people to talk about the seasons within the menstrual cycle and how can we live a little bit more in line with our natural cycle and really tune into our womb wisdom so that we can live in harmony and with a greater sense of ease and peace. So in my workshop today, we're going to be specifically looking at Mudra, which is hand gestures, and some pranayama breath work that can help you through your cycle. So we're going to start with, we're going to start with spring, the more active section of the cycle. So that I've got these beautiful cards as well, which are by Maisie Hill. And so spring, this is the section of your cycle just after the bleed. So you're probably going to be feeling a sense of relief, a bit more energy, and like you're ready and raring to get on with things. So let's start our practice today in a seated position. And just get yourself comfortable. You don't have to sit as I am. You could find any seated position that works for you. And we're going to start with a mudra called Padma Mudra. So bring your hands to, you could bring them to prayer first, and then just open them out like a lotus. And then you bring the thumbs into the heart space and just sit with the awareness of your lotus. And start to maybe shut down the eyes. Breathe big and wide into the body. Just notice how you're feeling. So what feelings usually come up for you around this time after your period and you're into spring, the spring season of your monthly cycle, where your energy starts to rise, the hormones start rising in your body again. This is the follicular phase of your cycle. So the hormones like estrogen start to come back and you're starting to feel really energized and sparky. Just rest into the awareness of your heart space. And I'm going to start with a little chant around this Padma Mudra. And it helps us to tap into our heart space and what our heart's desires are really bringing up for us. So just enjoy the sound of this chant and settle into your heart space. Om Mani Padme Hum. 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 And as you're awakening to this spring season, reach your arms out nice and wide, open through the heart space, and then give yourself a hug. Bring the hands to opposite shoulders, and then open them again. Inhale and exhale, and dome through the shoulders as you do. It's a bit like a seated cat-cow. Inhale, open. Exhale, draw in. Inhale, open. And just think about how lovely you feel and how vibrant now that you're in the spring part of your cycle. You're relieved that you're through the bleed and you've got a new thriving fresh energy. Just reach out with your hands in any way that you wish. Let these heart wings float around you. Maybe take a little lateral side bend here. Inhale back to center. So you're really tapping into this fluidity and newfound energy that you've got in the spring season. Maybe take the hands out wide and do a lateral glide as though you're sort of floating around like a seaweed. Inhale, reach your hands up. Exhale, take a twist here. So twist to one side and just reach the fingertips to the floor. Inhale, come up. Exhale, take the hands back down. And inhale, back up. So we're going to get a little bit more vibrant and moving here. So come to your tabletop position. And you're going to start to just take some cat-cows. So you can drop the belly, inhale, look up. Exhale, down through the shoulders. I really invite you to just now take this anywhere you want it to be. So you're going to move the hips. Let the head, so it's like a barrel roll, tuning into your own body. And it's awakening in this spring season. And just reach your hands now out a little bit further and come back to almost child's pose. And then bring the hips forward, dip them down, open through the heart space, squeeze the glutes, squeeze the elbows in and look up. Inhale. Exhale. Just take this a few times in the flow of your own breath. Inhaling, opening the heart space. And exhaling. Inhaling. And exhaling. One more like that. Inhale down through the shoulders, dip the hips, squeeze the elbows in, open the throat, and exhale, awakening the body. Now come up to kneeling if you're able. If there's any issue with your knees, you could maybe put a blanket or a cloth there. We're going to come into a back bend here, a sort of variation on camel pose. So tuck the toes, inhale, reach your hands up. Exhale, just drop right hand down to heel. Inhale, exhale, left hand to heel. One more time. You can, with the flow of your breath, you can drop back a little bit. So just working with the degree of your mobility here. And I'm going to bend forward, inhale, exhale. Keep the right hand on the heel, open up the heart space. Take that hand behind the occiput and just look up here. And then exhale, forward, fold. Swap out the arms to the other side. Left hand to heel. Inhale, take the hand behind the head, push the hips forward. Open up. It's really awakening of the body and the womb space. Getting more fluidity and movement back in your body after your rest in the winter phase. Lovely, guys. So if you wanted to, you could take a full camel here. But that's not necessary for everybody, but if you wanted to, you could. And then push the heart space up, open through the throat. Just keep squeezing the glutes, support your pelvis here as you come out of this. So coming now into a tabletop. And first down dog, so really awakening here, pedal out the legs. So keep going, taking any moves in your down dog, just changing around which way I am. A little bit more movement, space behind me here. Inhale, right leg is going to lift up. Exhale, we're going to step this foot between the hands for a nice low shape here. Drop the back knee. Inhale, reach up. Cactus the arms and just flow them open out. Step back, down dog. Inhale, left leg lifts up. Press it behind you. Push the hands into the mat. Feel that length you're creating. Exhale, draw the knee through to the nose. Step it between the hands, low, passing through this low lunge. Drop the knee. Inhale, reach up. Anjali-asana. Exhale, open, hinge forward at the hips, opening the heart space by cactusing the arms. And step it back. Again, down dog. Inhale, right leg lifts, press the mat away, find that length, and draw the knee again through to the nose and step that foot lightly between the hands and take your right hand for a nice big full circle here. And just take some gentle pulsations forward. We're going to come into a Malasana, yogi squat here. So it doesn't matter, you don't have to be down so low, you could be up a little higher like this. Wherever you are, you're pushing the elbows into the knees and the knees back and just awakening the hips. So you might want to sway side to side. Just do what works for you. And then exhale, we're going to forward fold. Bring the hands to the mat. Grab a ragdoll. Let the head be heavy. Sway side to side. Just letting everything ripple out here. Inhale, reach up, bend through the knees. We'll stand up. And exhale, forward fold. Draw the head forward for Ardha Uttanasana. Start to take the hands back. And you can move through a gentle vinyasa, dropping the knees, inhale. So it depends how active you are feeling after your period, how much energy you've got in this spring phase. You can adapt the practice as to what serves you. Inhale, left leg lifts, press the mat away. Draw the knee through. Place the foot where the left hand was and just take a nice big circle here. Full circle. And then some gentle pulsations. Opening through the hips here. We'll come to Malasana again, that yogi squat. Again, you can take it up high. You can also sit on a block if it's quite difficult for you to squat. You just choose what works for you. So you could be like this. Lovely. And supporting yourself, or you could even be sitting on a chair. Just finding what works for you. Exhale, forward fold. Again, sway side to side. Take this forward fold, bend through the knees, keep it really moving. Just allowing your head to be heavy here. Just waking everything up. Taking any swaying movements. And we're going to come back to a seated position for some breath work. So we've done a little bit of opening up through the hips, a little bit of awakening the body. Let's come to your seated position. We're going to take Kapalabhati. So if you're in your spring, probably best not to take this breath work straight after your period, but perhaps when you're a few days into the spring section of your cycle. Because this breath work is actually a kriya, and it gives you a sense of upliftment and focus, and it generates a lot of pranic energy. So yeah, if you're still a little bit flat right after your period, when you just first enter the spring, I would suggest maybe not doing the breath work. This is a very activating and awakening breath work. So if you're a few days more into your spring, then this would be a good one to just fire up the energy. So place the hands onto the knee. You're going to inhale and exhale just naturally. With this breath work, not a good one to do whilst you're on your period, or if you're pregnant or anything like that, or if you have any blood pressure issues, because there's some breath retention. We're basically going to inhale, and we're going to do like a breath of fire, pumping the belly back in towards the spine. So inhaling and through the nose. Exhale, hold the breath out for as long as you can, and then inhale, hold the breath in. Exhale, release. We'll take another round like that. So you do about 20 pumps of the breath, inhaling, pumping through the belly and through the nose. Hold the breath out. Inhaling, hold the breath in. And exhale, release. Just got some words to share with you for this section of your season. These words are from Shine From Within. So just rest as you are seated, maybe shut down the eyes and just take in these words. You don't have to know what comes next. You don't have to have everything figured out right this minute. You don't need to know your entire story. You are a living, changing, growing soul, riding through your unique and beautiful journey of life. And that's exactly what it is, a journey. It wouldn't be a journey if you knew how it all ended or what came next. So be patient with yourself and smile at the not knowing, because your story is just starting to begin. So when we come into that spring phase of our cycle, it's a bit like a new beginning, a new chance, a chance to clear the slate and start afresh each month. What a wonderful gift this is, that we are all given this opportunity to start afresh each month with your inner spring section of the cycle. And so this takes us on to the next section of the cycle. Summer. Your inner summer. So this is the part of the cycle where you are still in the follicular phase and you are leading up towards your ovulation. So this is where the highest levels of estrogen come into the body, as well as there's a rise in progesterone, and slowly, but more the estrogen. And so you're going to be feeling really energized and ready to take on anything. This is a really good time to try new things. This is a great time to schedule your diary so that you've got challenges or just a more active schedule of things happening. It's a time to really let yourself take flight. So let's do a little practice now that is going to tap into some of those energies. So one of the main things about this time of the month, that time when you're coming up to ovulation, you can have so much energy that sometimes you get a bit scattered. Sometimes if you don't really tune into yourself and take some moments of rest, you do run the risk of perhaps tiring yourself out completely if you don't tune in. And I know, you know, if you're running around doing this and that, and maybe you're getting really depleted, you could find the wheels coming off a little bit. So do be mindful that even though you've got all this energy in your inner summer, use it wisely. And so this practice is going to involve a little bit of drawing in scattered energy. In terms of the mudra, I'm going to be working with Abhaya Hridaya mudra. So I'll show you that now. Basically, take the backs of the hands together and interlace the pinky finger, and then you're going to try to bring the fourth finger, ring finger, and thumb together, and then see if you can interlace the middle and the pointer finger. And this is your mudra. It's a little bit tricky to start with, and just bring that to the heart space. So this is like a fearless heart mudra. So just rest in the awareness of your breath. And this is the kind of energy that I feel is embodied or epitomized by your summer energy. It's a fearless heart. You're ready to tackle anything. It's super exciting. And you've got a lot of energy and you want to say yes to everything. So in some ways, if you perhaps use this mudra to start your day, it could be a good way of just settling in and drawing in some scattered energies and really getting clarity about your heart's desires. Definitely, if you've got some challenges happening in this part of your cycle, this can also help you take a real fearless approach to it, this mudra. And so now we're going to do some movement that is going to be quite flowing, and invite you to just take this movement as it works for you. I'll just be guiding you. If something doesn't work, you can modify it. So you're going to start in just pushing back to child's pose. Reach the fingertips out in front of you. And then we're coming into a down dog shape. So you can pedal out the legs. Sway the hips side to side. This is probably the most sensual part of your cycle. So getting those hips moving is great. So you're creating now a big arch with the hips coming up onto tiptoes, bending through the knees. Maybe float one hand off the mat. And back to down dog. Take that to the other side. Bend the knees, turn to one side, float right hand off the mat. Create that big arch with your hips, bend the knees, Opening through the heart space. One more of these. Really lifting up, bending through the knees, getting that fluid feeling. Drop the knees, take it back. Child's pose. Inhale, ripple forward, dip the hips. Open through the heart space. Just take a few more movements like that. You're going to come back to your down dog. Right leg is going to lift, and then you're going to bring your knee through to the nose, but then across the body to the left elbow. Make a big circle with the hip here, and then push it up behind you. Inhale across the body, make a circle with the knee, passing through each elbow and back up. Inhale, keep going. And exhale, creating a big circle with the knee and opening through the hip here. Some of you might want to drop this into Wild Thing if that works for you. Take the foot behind the body, push the hips up to the sky and open through the heart space. Exhale, come back around. And just extend the leg behind you, and we'll take that on the other side. So left leg is going to lift up, inhale. Draw the knee through to the nose and then across the body to the right elbow, then create a circle to the left and then push it up behind you. So create these circles with the knee working into the hip. Inhale. And exhale. And one more like this. And back to your down dog. Right leg is going to lift. Inhale. Draw the knee through. Passing through Anjaneyasana. Cactus the arms. Release that energy. Now frame the front foot. Lift up the back knee. And float the back foot behind you. From here, you're going to step the feet together and rise up tall. I'm just going to adjust my camera a bit here. So we're coming into a standing pose. Because the summer energy is very frenetic, I thought it'd be great to do a tree pose. So start to put the weight into one leg and place the foot on the calf or ankle or on the thigh. Bring the hands to your heart space. And just resting here. Feel the strength within you and grounding down through that supporting leg to really give you that sense of stability and bring you a little bit out of that flightiness of the summer energy. Inhale, reach your hands up. We're going to now sit down into a little bit of a chair pose and take this into a figure of four. Sweep the left hand under the right. So you've got now Garudasana arms. Garudasana is a great pose for drawing in scattered energy. And this is going to make you nice and stealthy and focused in your summer energy so that you can pretty much do anything. Inhale, reach up, forward fold, guys. You're going to step back into down dog. Let's adjust my camera again. So you're back in down dog now. And left leg is going to lift. Inhale. Exhale, draw knee through to the nose, drop the back knee, passing through your Anjaneyasana. And then bring the hands forward, coming into standing stick. Lift up the back knee. You can use a block here to support yourself. Flex the back foot. That's it. And then just bring the feet together. Inhale, reach up. So you're reaching upwards now, coming to tree pose on the other side. So fix your gaze point onto something, bring your other foot onto the ankle, calf or the thigh. Ground down. Feel the stability and strength within you, all this newfound energy. Maybe have a play and see if you can throw yourself off balance. How does that feel? Inhale, reach up. Cross that leg across the other thigh. Come down. This time the right hand is going to go under the left, and take the Garudasana arms. If this isn't comfortable for you, just take opposite shoulders like this and sit down into that figure of 4. Inhale, reach up. And exhale, forward fold. Just adjust my camera again. Inhale to a flat back reach. Exhale, plant the hands and step back. You could move through Vinyasa if you wish to, if you've got that much energy, or just come to a comfortable seat. So, Mudra and Pranayama. So the Pranayama that I thought we could do for this particular part of your cycle, the summer, is a calming one. I thought we could do bee's breath, which I love. So what you're going to do with the bee's breath is you're going to just take the fingertips and gently shut down the eyes, and the thumb's going to go into the ears. And gently shut down the eyes and also close the ears. So we're shutting down our senses. I'm going to take a nice big inhale and exhale, hum. This bee's breath is a beautiful way to ground yourself and draw in any scattered energies around this inner summer where you might be a bit more frenetic and just needing to occasionally calm yourself down. So this is a really good self-care strategy to use in the summer.